UKUVA was established by a gentleman called Nigel Wood, who genuinely is the traveller who left London on a journey through Africa and collected a whole heap of recipes in a rucksack. And once they got to Cape Town, they started experimenting with a whole variety of chili sauces, particularly chili sauces. And they were so good that very soon they were selling them at the markets. And they went into production first in a tiny little office off of Rose Street, which is in the Burkhardt. Totally romantic little pink cottage. The story of the wire heads is particularly fascinating. In parts of South Africa, there are tribes where the women are encouraged, in inverted commas, to wear wire rings around their necks to show the status of their family, the wealth of their husbands, and just generally make themselves more beautiful. And this is what inspired the neck of the bottles. I think the best thing about all of the UKUVA sauces is that they really are built on a solid base. There's tremendous depth of flavour, and one of the ways we always tell people at the trade shows particularly to tell if a sauce truly has depth is once you start adding the meat and the veggies, does the flavour actually disappear? If the flavour of a sauce disappears or sort of becomes all fey and insubstantial and wispy, that sauce does not have true depth of flavour. But these sauces have got enough space built into the flavour profile that there's room for meat, there's room for veggies. Now, Zulu fire sauce is not the hottest of the hot. It's one of those sort of sauces that it has a tremendous amount of great flavour because it's built on a base of solid vegetables. They literally start off bags of carrots, bags of onions, fresh chilies. It genuinely works that way. The most important thing about the Zulu fire sauce is that it is essentially something that works with red meat. It does work with game fish, but it is mostly the friend of red meat, tomatoes, and sort of barbecue. You can use it as a marinade, you can use it as a table sauce. Malawi Gold, yes, there are some people who are old enough to remember what Malawi Gold initially stood for. Malawi Gold is also built on a base of sweet potato with carrot. It is heavily coriander influenced, and if one had to pick a hottest of the hot of the current range, it could very well possibly be Malawi Gold. Malawi Gold is excellent on game fish, it's great on chicken, it merges extremely well with flavor carriers like yogurt and possibly oil as well. It's robust, it can be grilled, it can be boiled, it can be cooked. It really is a fantastically versatile sauce. Peri peri, there's this tremendous argument in South Africa about who owns peri peri. We know it originated somewhere round about the time of the Portuguese traders were crossing around to the eastern parts of Africa. Peri peri is designed to work with prawns, grilled, fried, whatever. Toss them in a little bit of peri peri sauce, grill or fry, some even flame grill if you skewer them nicely. Add a little bit more peri peri and serve it. It's also fabulous with chicken. Again, the same story, grill, fry, paint some peri peri onto your chicken, let it stand for a little bit, flame grill it, absolutely the best, and then serve just with a little bit of extra peri peri sauce. Chamula is very strongly North African, but having said that, it is very, very mild. It is a complete, how does one describe this now the best? It's a soft, compassionate little cushion of a mild green chili, lots of coriander, lots of lemon, tremendous depth of flavor because it's built on a sweet potato base. And for those people who don't know it, sweet potato is one of those secret ingredients that one can attach a whole bunch of different flavors to. Chamula was specifically made to work with fish and with chicken, particularly white meat. Chamula was actually developed as a slightly toned down version of Swazi. And Swazi Mama Mamba is extremely hot, which alongside Malawi Gold are probably the two hottest sauces in the range. All the UKUVA sauces carry the World Fair Trade Organization Guaranteed Fair Trade logo. What does that mean? It means that unlike the logo of Fairtrade International, I'm just quickly looking for one. Oh, right, here's a Swahili lemon pepper right ahead of us. Unlike this certification, which essentially is a certification for commodities. And what does that mean? It means that the pepper in that particular grinder or range of grinders was Fairtrade certified. Right, that is the World Fair Trade Organization's logo, and you will see it on most of the products. That's what it looks like on the product. And the main difference is that the WFTO system looks at organizations, how they conduct their business, how they interact with their suppliers, how they interact inside the broader fair trading conversation.